as promised, here is a video showcasing the Lucid Logic Hydra engine. And so that is the chip on this particular motherboard. This is the MSI 870A FUZION, and you can see I have one 5870 and one GeForce GTX 480. You can't really see that, but it says 480 there, I assure you it does. And I am running these in, here we are, we'll bring up the Hydralogix engine control panel. So I'm running them in Enable Hydralogix, and I'm actually running them in X mode. Now I'm just going to show 3DMark Vantage, but I just want to talk briefly about the advantages and disadvantages of Hydra. First of all, an advantage is that it allows you to run two NVIDIA cards together for a performance increase on an AMD chipset, which is what we're doing here. I actually ran those numbers as well. It also allows you to run two ATI cards either in Crossfire mode or in Hydralogix mode. And then you can also run two mixed cards from completely different manufacturers for a performance boost. So it gives you that flexibility. Another thing it allows you to do is take cards from completely different generations, like a 5800 and a 5700, and run those together for a performance increase. Very cool stuff. Now the disadvantage is that you do depend on the drivers from Lucid. So that's where you're going to get support enabled for whatever games you want to run with this particular configuration. So it's not going to work in everything, and compatibility was a wee bit spotty according to my testing, but here you are. I'm going to launch Vantage, and then I will show you it actually does run, and you do get a tangible performance boost. Kinda cool. Here it is. Here is the evidence that it does actually work. Check this out. We are in X mode, DX10. You can disable this little badge here, obviously. Well, not obviously, but you can do it. And so it'll say A mode or N mode when you're in the various modes. So here are the two cards. And I'm not cheating. See, there's no other system here. There's a lot of other parts, probably systems worth of parts, but you see, you can clearly see that one's not plugged in. And you can clearly see that these graphics cards are not plugged into motherboards. Neither is that one. So not that one either. That hard drive, clearly not plugged into a system. So there's no wizardry going on here. It is actually working. So I'll show you the score in a minute. So there you have it. If you ever wondered what would a GTX 480 plus a 5870 score in 3DMark Vantage, there it is, about 18,000 points. So just for some context, the scores that I got compared to this are about 14,000 3DMarks for an individual 5870, 14,000 for about 14.5, about 15,000 for a single 480, and then I also got a score running two 480s of about 19,000. So you can clearly see the 480 is a little bit more powerful than the 5870, and then when you add them together you get something that's a little bit less than two 480s. So it's seems to work pretty well in Vantage, although my conclusion about the technology as a whole is that the driver support isn't quite there yet, but it looks very promising and very cool at this time.